It's the beginning of the defence of the Basketball Champions League by AEK Athens. And tonight's visitors are another team steeped in basketball history, Hapoel Jerusalem. Good evening and welcome. It's AEK versus Jerusalem. It's game day one in Group C of the regular season. And it's a real pleasure to bring top-class basketball action to you from the Basketball Champions League. The massive arena here at AEK holds 18,500, is filling up for this midweek feature and midweek fixture. All Basketball Champions League regular season games on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. There's the game day one score so far from this group. Antwerp and Dijon coming out winners. Dijon beating Limburg, a regular in the Basketball Champions League. They've played all three seasons, as have AEK Athens. There are some Jerusalem fans and some pensive AEK Athens fans who, of course, won the Basketball Champions League in this venue back in May. An incredible run to the trophy, beating Monaco 109-94 in front of an absolute packed arena that night. Incredible scenes as they down the French outfit and the French champions from years gone past. Le Mans being the French champion this last season. Here is the Jerusalem roster. Hapoel is an interesting addition. Look out for Tamir Blatt. He's just joined the team this year. Eliyahu, the captain, giving veteran leadership. Josh Owens, an explosive athlete, along with Jacovan Brown. Both of those played with Pinar Kasiaka in the Basketball Champions League. So watch out for those two linking up for some athletic and explosive action. And tonight, as it is game one and AEK start their defence, let's look at their roster. The names that jump out: Jonas Mačiulis, the Lithuanian all-star, is in the team. Watch out for Xavier Rathin-Mays as well. And Karis Giannopoulos, who's come across from playing in Crete. He will bring more veteran Greek leadership. Homegrown talent, has been playing in the World Cup qualifiers for Greece recently as well. The presentations will be slightly different. Here come Hapoel Jerusalem first. Tamir Blatt, the son of David Blatt, legendary player and coach. Look out for Hapoel at 0, just come out of college, first professional contract. Had good numbers at Baylor. Be interested to see how he plays. Still at a young age. He's Sudanese and Australian. There's no doubt there's Chivrevic giving them some size as well. So there's some real talent. And there is AEK Athens, a new look AEK Athens. And there is the Basketball Champions League trophy being securely held by Dusan Sokota. And out they come from the tunnel. There's Mačiulis. He will bring veteran leadership, play for Real Madrid and then ended the season at Kuban Krasnodar. And a big moment for this team, especially the players that played last year. Larentzakis, Sokota, Xanthopoulos, Vince Hunter right there. There's Griffin. Larentzakis has been a regular in the Greek national team as well. Tyler Robertson, 6'8", 23-year-old, so some young talent as well as the experience. And the last player that will come out onto the court will be the captain, Dusan Sokota. And here he comes, walking out proudly with the gleaming Basketball Champions League trophy. He waves to the crowd. He places it carefully on the plinth. And now AEK Athens' defence is truly underway. What a fantastic trophy. The third edition, never been defended. Tenerife won it the first year, the Final Four being in Tenerife that year, and last season, AEK Athens, who just made it through the regular season, the group stage, went all the way with the Final Four being here in this arena in Athens in just an extraordinary weekend, and they were victors in front of 18,500 spectators. Here are the referees for this evening. Saverio Lanzarini of Italy. Boris Krejcik from Slovenia, and Viljas Matulaitis from Lithuania. Always a top crew of referees at these FIBA Basketball Champions League events. One player who's not here, not suiting up, Amari Stoudemire, who has come out of retirement for this season. He didn't play in Jerusalem's 10-point win at the weekend in the Israeli Super League. Not suiting up tonight. He played some 3-on-3 last year, and there was talk of him coming back to the NBA, but he's back with Jerusalem, and the coach is Oded Katash, who is also doubling up as the senior men's national team coach. Has had an amazing career as a player, top Eurobasket scorer during his playing time. And there's Luka Banki, big shoes to fill, coming in for Dragan Sakota, the father of Dusan, who's gone to the front office. He was with Brose Bamberg last season, who are also in this Basketball Champions League group. So there's players that have played Basketball Champions League previously for other teams playing tonight. And excuse me, my mistake, Stoudemire is suited up. And that's a great sign for Hapoel Jerusalem. Here is the starting five. Giannopoulos, Hunter, Larentzakis, Ratham Mays and Sakota start for AEK. All looking very relaxed on the AEK bench there. So Stoudemire will bring some real veteran leadership, and that will really help the younger players, especially Hapoel. So can AEK Athens get off to the start they need to? They lost by 3 at the weekend in the Greek A1 League, having been 20 down going into the last quarter. So they will want to improve on that. And Jerusalem coming off a win. And they've had 1 win and 1 loss also in their League Cup. And there's Stoudemire, 6'10", 35 years old. He's played for 4 NBA teams, 6 times NBA All-Star. And he brought the Israeli League Championship to Hapoel Jerusalem, who he is a part owner of. On the first season he played, 2016-2017. So Coach Katash, is this the first year that Hapoel Jerusalem have been in the Basketball Champions League? They're now one of 4 Israeli teams that have played in this competition. There's 23 countries have been represented in the Basketball Champions League. And we've got 252 games. That's how long it will take to decide the winner. That's right from qualification right through to the final game in May. And there's Sakota, who brought that trophy out. He won't want to be giving it up without a fight. And this will prove, we all hope, to be a mouth-watering fixture between 2 giants of their respective countries. It's AEK Athens versus Hapoel Jerusalem, and we're just about to get underway. Josh Owens is going to jump it up against Vince Hunter. AEK are in yellow, and they have the first possession, and Jerusalem are in red. Larentzakis inside. Hunter, strong move, and that's a hard foul by Owens. Getting it in early to Hunter. And he knocks them both in, which is a good start. He made both his free throws in the Greek A1 League game at the weekend. Tamir Blatt. Watch for him to share the basketball just like that. But Jerusalem can't get the finish, but good hustle by Owens. He's an athletic, dynamic player. Tamir Blatt just short, ball's loose, still loose. Larentzakis picks up the pieces, here comes. Oh, nice pass, but couldn't be finished by Hunter. Coaches will say don't leave your feet, but that actually helps Larentzakis on that instance, and another hard foul. This time, Chadis Tanopoulos. There's bodies flying here. It's the Basketball Champions League, and both teams will be physical. Blatt. The floater off the glass. Really nice move by Tamir Blatt. He had 9 assists in the victory at the weekend in the Israeli Super League. And he's just showing it that he can score as well. Ball's loose. James Feldine on the floor. Athens coming the other way. Cross court, Sakota, he has got huge range from 3 and he's big, and that's a tough shot. Starts outside the arc, one dribble, spins, knocks it down. Blatt. Owens, look for Owens to roll and get really physical and athletic around the basket. Larentzakis very prominent early for this team, Greek international, and of course part of the team that won the Champions League last season, as was Hunter, as was Sakota, but it's a turnover. Chris Johnson trying to take it away, bodies flying, and loose ball, possession, arrow will be with Jerusalem as AEK Athens had possession from the tip. That's good defense from Johnson. Just couldn't quite get the full steal. Good defense from Hunter, making it tough. Ball's out, Blatt. Shots up, Feldine is good. And Feldine knocks down the shot and ties the game at 4s. Good pass from Blatt. He had an open shot, and he chose to share the ball. Hunter, Larentzakis. High screen. Goes behind it. And that was a long 3. Josh Owens to Feldine. Blatt. Johnson, ball's loose, and it comes off an AEK Athens player, rather fortuitously for Johnson. Little look away pass there, but he couldn't get both hands on it. Johnson with the inbounds. Shots up, no hesitation. It's just short from Feldine. Had a good look. High screen. Wraitham Mays, shots up and just doesn't quite fall. Tamir Blatt. Oh my, Blatt to Owens. We've seen that before when he's played previously with Pinar Kasiaka. Really good athlete, gets way above the hoop and almost gets a steal. Here comes Hunter. Misses the finger roll. Good defense from Jerusalem, just making it difficult for Athens. Feldine throws it up. Slightly wild shot in the end, shooting right, going left. Numbers for AEK Athens, and an easy finish for Raythan Mays. Owens, Blatt, good for three. Nice, simple play. Going left, knocking down the open shot, and Jerusalem, Hapoel Jerusalem, has Blatt up to 5 points. And 1 assist. And the two coaches. Steady start from both teams. There's a foul there by Johnson. And Hunter just missing that left-handed runner. Just short on that shot. And shots up and short, and Larentzakis getting his hands on the ball. And yet again. Raythan Mays, knocked loose by Blatt. And the beats of the drums. And here's a big moment in the Basketball Champions League. Big moment for Amari Stoudemire. Owens comes out, and the veteran NBA All-Star Amari Stoudemire is in the game, number 1. Larentzakis pulls up for 3, just short. Hunter kicks out. Sakota. Now he posts up. He's got good size in there. Kicks Larentzakis for 3, just off, but Sakota inside position. Complete mismatch there with Tamir Blatt. That's good play, getting that mismatch. Comes Jacovan Brown, 69 for Jerusalem. Sakota fakes, wide open. Knocks it down, right at the buzzer. Superb play and creativity by Sakota. He's up to 5 points. He's 1 of 1 from three-point land. There's that Stoudemire high screen. Jacovan Brown. And Deshaun Butler's in as well for Jerusalem. And a nice, easy, casual layup, right hand from the left. And Jacovan Brown playing some defense. Larentzakis. And there's a hold there as Larentzakis went past Butler to Sean Butler. It was quite a physical foul, not sure he needed to do that. And this is the really nice 3, completely lost Brown just as the shot clock was expiring, as he did last season in big moments for AEK Athens. Sideline. Raythan Mays, just short, big rebound by Kavadas. Vasilios Kavadas getting in at 6'9". And he's fouled. It's part of the Champions League team. That's Stoudemire's first foul. Basketball Champions League winning team last season. Averaged 1.6 points per game and 1.2 rebounds per game in limited appearances. Didn't play in the actual final. A pensive looking Oded Katash. And that's off left and short. But it falls fortuitously into the hands of Giannopoulos. Jacovian Brown up and good for three. Jacovian Brown had good numbers when he previously played in the Basketball Champions League. Nice move by Xavier Rathon-Mays. Game tied at 14. Eliyahu. Simple pass and good rebound. Giannopoulos with the rebound. Rathon-Mays kicks, Sakota fakes, steps back, loads of time. On the money. Sakota in rhythm, just carrying on from where he left off. He's the club captain and he is the inspiration for AEK Athens at the moment. Really good defense in tandem there between Rathon-Mays and Sakota. And I think that's the correct call. There's no foul. They moved their feet, they kept their hands up. Let's just see this again. Okay, there was some contact there by Sakota, but not enough for the referee to call a foul. And Larinzakis taking a well-earned rest. Malcolm Griffin in. 13 points for Griffin in the game at the weekend in the Greek A1. Kavadas, Griffin, number 23. Rathon-Mays, Sakota, nice pass inside, Kavadas. Can't quite get up with Stoudemire there, but Stoudemire one side, Eliyahu the other, but there is a foul. And if it's on Stoudemire, it'd be his second. Good play though by Kavadas, Vasilios Kavadas, using every inch of his 6'9" frame there. It's good that AEK have the weapons of Sakota, and there's Maciulis been able to take a break. He's going to be huge for them this season. But getting Kavadas underneath Hunter, they have got some good size and good outside threat with Sakota. And Maciulis when he gets open. And here comes another Greek veteran, Vasilis Xanthopoulos, part of the Basketball Champions League winning team for Athens last season. He again will bring much leadership and veteran play and a very good free throw shooter. Over 90% for last season in the Basketball Champions League. Stoudemire still to get going, and he's attacking the basket, throws it up. Good defense from AEK. Griffin, Kavadas, Griffin looking to Sakota. Now he's quite a distance away, but he's getting closer, loses the ball. Johnson kicks it, Blatt. Nice pass inside, but Stoudemire he just can't hang in the air for the alley-oop. That's more of a play for Owens, who would have just taken that and thrown it down. And of course, a few years ago, Stoudemire would have just hung up there and thrown it down, but his foot's on the line. Xanthopoulos, Kavadas, Griffin, Shots up. It's long, and Stoudemire with a rebound. Quick handoff to Blatt. Brown. Stoudemire with the high screen. This time Iliaho with the push shot. It takes a bit of time getting used to that. That's a little off one leg push shot, but it has worked for him over many years. And the referees have made a call. Coach Banky's not sure what's going on. So ball's loose, off the foot. Eight seconds. 8-second call, but they weren't in possession of the ball the whole time. But the referees have called it. Larentzakis back in. And Sakota out and Maciulis in, so you've got one Greek international for a Lithuanian international. It's been so prominent at Eurobaskets and Olympics. And a real pleasure to have him here in the Basketball Champions League. Tamir Blatt inside Stoudemire. Exactly where he wants to be on the smaller Xanthopoulos. Larentzakis fakes, drives, throws it up and high off the glass. Creative move from Larentzakis, and the crowd love it. And Stoudemire coming over, and he was too late, and he ended up on his backside, and this was Stoudemire up the other end. There's no defending that. It's time out here at the AEK Indoor Olympic Hall. It's Basketball Champions League, game day 1. And there's some of the game statistics. 50% Jerusalem from 3 early on.
To attack, okay? Keep working on defense, pick and roll.
Just clear message, keep working on defense. As we see some of the highlights, Tamir Blatt with great control there off the glass. And then Sakota with a tough move, shooting with his right hand over his right shoulder. And then highlight play from Owens. And Sakota just so smart from behind the arc, and Jacobin Brown knocking down a 3 of his own. And Ray for Mays. And then he kicks to Sakota, who's had both his 3s have been off a fake and a sidestep, once to the right, once to the left. That's why you need to practice going both ways when you're dribbling, and also after your fake for your lateral dribble. So second quarter is underway. Maciulis, extra pass, Griffin turns down the long 3 and knocks down the line drive 2, hanging in the air. Griffin, who played in Greece last year with Colossus and also with Zenit St. And Thapoulis, Machulis, inside Cavadas. Turns, can't quite get the jump hook, and Butler with the rebound. Samir Black, back to Felding. Owens, high screen, Owens rolling. Jacobian Brown drives, trying to get it, but that's really nice by Machulis. Good steal, very alert defending from the Lithuanian star. Griffin, that's what he's going to bring, some size, some rebounding and some very smart play. Talking of smart play by AEK Athens, that's beautiful, ending up with the Larentzakis 3. Really nice interchange of passing by AEK Athens. And Larentzakis knocks down the 3. And Coach Banky's got to be happy. It's an early timeout in the second quarter.
Offensively, let's execute. Set screens. Take advantages through the screens and move the ball, okay? But in defense, we have to fix the ball better on pick and roll, okay? Do defense. Stay on the screen line. Then up, to left, to retrieve, but start from the screen line. Not too far, okay? When we have some jump switching, steal the basketball on the side. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Keep it going. Get up,
Yeah, it's good. Good timeout, very clear. And there's Coach Sakota, looking relaxed. It's part of the front office, Dragon Sakota now. What a great season Athens had last year, winning the Greek Cup and winning this Basketball Champions League. Can they defend? Can they be the first team to defend their title? There's a long road ahead of them. And there's Kalaitis, who's been amazing for Greece national team in the extraordinary win against Georgia in the last round of FIBA World Cup qualifiers. So the Stars are out off the court as well as on the court. And at the moment, AEK Athens are in the ascendancy. Hapoel Jerusalem, their first game in the Basketball Champions League on the road. There's 32 teams in the regular season, 4 groups of 8. All teams will play each other home and away between now and February 2019. And then the top 16 from the 4 groups will then have home and away playoffs, leaving us with a final 4. Shots up. There's a foul there on the jump shooter by Larentzakis. Just closed out a touch too hard on Johnson. Chris Johnson. He's been around the NBA, playing on summer league teams and training camps with the Lakers, the Jazz, 76ers, the Grizzlies, the Celtics and the Bucks. Last season played it for Dunkirk, Graveline's Dunkirk. Averaged 15.5 points a game. 5 rebounds and 1.9 assists and over a steal a game. So good all-round pickup for Jerusalem at 28 years old and good size at 6'6". And he had 9 points at the weekend in the Israeli Super League. So productive players, but it's about this early season meshing as a team. Team chemistry, and at the moment, AEK lead by 7. They're doing a better job of that, sharing the ball. Not too much one-on-one basketball. And there's another nice pass. Machulis with a push shot. He saw Eliyahu try something similar. He thought he'd give it a go. Jacobian Brown leaning to his left, hanging in the air. And that's fine by Jerusalem. Pulled up, space between him and the defense, and the Poulis, yes! Really smart play, the man in the mask. There was some doubt whether he was going to be able to play this early in the season with that injury. Tamir Blatt for 3, just short. Big rebound by Griffin. Oh, beautiful pass. Hunter thought about the slam, but just dropped it over. That was really explosive. Just froze the defense for a second, and Hunter dived towards the basket. Brown, Josh Owens with a back screen. And hanging in the air, wasn't too sure what to do with that. Butler step back, and that's long, and here comes AEK Athens. They can go more than double-digit lead. Machulis, Griffin bounce to the left. Just off, but a nice look from Machulis, always heads up. Tamir Blatt, foul from behind. That's going to be a great... It's going to be a great contest between a veteran and the newcomer. Tamir Blatt, only 21. Had a great showing with the under-20s in the Euros 2017 where they got silver, and now he's into the senior national team, and so much pedigree, so much history in his family with basketball in Europe, and of course David Blatt coaching in the NBA as well. Let's see if Jerusalem can move the ball just a touch better. Screen, Jacovian Brown. Ball's loose, Larentzakis was first to it. Nice no look, and Ratham Mays. And only Tamir Blatt was back, and Jerusalem have some issues. The main one being transition defense. They need to get back, do the basics. And Larentzakis, Johnson just sort of paused for a second. Larentzakis, nice one-handed bounce pass. And it's another timeout. And Ratham May says, thanks very much, partner. Timeout, Hapoel Jerusalem. Coach Kata's just taking a few moments to compose himself there. He didn't want to say the wrong thing, but AEK Athens, just look at happy team. Hunter, who joined them in January last year and saw them through and was very much part of that winning team last season. Hunter's also a player that's played for another team in this Basketball Champions League, Avtodor Saratov, where he had big numbers for them in the first edition of the Basketball Champions League. Now hoping to continue his good work for AEK Athens. Yogev Ohayon is in for Jerusalem. And that's one-on-one, and that's short. Ball's loose, and Machulis hands up, and the ball falls into it. Griffin, again, one-on-one, but there was help coming as well. They've just got to share the ball a bit earlier, Jerusalem. And Hunter, now he's doing some dribbling. He spins back, and a good steal by Jacovian Brown. That should have been kicked, really. And then maybe he could have reposted. Great bounce pass, and Owens, just where he wants to be. Josh Owens slams it through. What an athlete. 6'9". Griffin. Ratham Mays. Griffin. Ball's just getting stuck slightly. Pulls up off the dribble, off for 3. But Hunter, he misses. He gets his own rebound, and he's fouled. He will be frustrated with that first effort. Just doesn't quite got that elevation with the legs. We know he can get up and throw it down as he did in the Champions League final, first play of it last season. And he won't mind as long as he makes the second free throw. That looked flat. And he misses the second. And Johnson trying to go left-handed. Great transition defense from Athens. All 5 players were back in the key. Shots up. It's just short. But Giannopoulos. And a drive through Jacovian Brown, but Owens right there to put it back. Jerusalem have just got to keep working, keep crashing the balls, try and make the extra pass. Jacovian Brown misses, but Owens, his old running mate from Pinar Karsiaka in the Basketball Champions League, was right there. Timeout here at the AEK Arena. And smiles on people's faces. It's great to have the Basketball Champions League back.
We need layup, and we need to finish strong. Use your shoulders to create the room to finish at the glass or dunk the ball. Okay? Hey, no signal. We go down. Watch out the full court pressure. We go down. Go through side to side. We have 2 ball screens in a row. Let's go.
Another good clear timeout by Coach Banky, just making sure to tell his players, finish at the basket, finish your layups, unlike Hunter was not able to do there, which is unlike him. If you can finish at the basket, dunk it. Let's not leave anything to chance. And they've just got to keep running the floor. They're getting back well on defense. Like Athens, and now Jerusalem have got to trust each other, make the extra pass. So many new players in from both sides. Stoudemire coming out of retirement. Wasn't a definite to start this game or to be in the squad for this game. And there's good job on the press, but they get through it. And a technical foul. Maybe Coach Katas was asking for 8 seconds. It's a technical foul, and Maciulis, 70% career free throw shooter, so he knocks that one down, no problem. 77% from the free throw line last year with Real Madrid. He was with Madrid until about March time, and then he moved over to Cuban Krasnodar to finish off the season there. And AEK Athens picked up Maciulis during the summer, and what a smart bit of business that is, and will potentially prove to be throughout this season. Rathan Mays, it's getting really physical. Offensive foul. Great job by 31-year-old Yogev Ohayon. And there's the high hand by Rathan Mays. Can't be lifting your hand up like that. Just got to keep your hand down. He actually had the advantage. He was ahead, or basket side of his defender. Just come up to 4 minutes remaining in the half. Ohayon. Jacovian Brown brings it back out. He's going to shoot the 3. No one's come with him. And good play by Hunter, battling with Amari Stoudemire. Griffin, back to Griffin from Hunter. Rathan Mays bringing Jacovian Brown a long way from the basket. Here comes the screen. Hunter rolls, pulls up for 3, is long. Long rebound. Here comes Johnson. Foul at half court by Rathan Mays. That's good play by Johnson. Mays had his feet apart and he wasn't in defensive position to be able to slide back, so he Johnson knew he was going to get the foul there. Rathan Mays takes a blow. Giannopoulos also takes a blow. 33-85, shots up and foul on the shot. And Sakata, he knows what he's done is not the smartest thing there. Don't foul the jump shooter, but that's clever by Jacob Brown. He had 3 Ike players around him. Just put a slight lean onto his jump shot. Sakata's first foul as the noise ramps up and Brown knocks down the first free throw. Jacob Brown previously played for Ike in 2016. Took them to the Greek Cup semi-finals. And he's up to 9 points in this particular game. And there's a steal. A nice play. And he's missed his layup. Wide open. Griffin attacks. And he misses, and a big dunk. That's more like it, Mr. Hunter. What a putback. Hunter meets the ball at the rim and throws it down. This game is coming alive. Missed layup by Ahayan. He will want to make up for that. Great pass, and that's a really good way to make up for it. But Johnson misses with his left hand. This is almost inexplicable for a top professional basketball player, but that is explainable. Not sure explainable is the word, but you know what I mean. That is more like Vince Hunter. Griffin, still Griffin. Putting pressure on the Hapoel Jerusalem defense. It's Johnson from behind. Not a lot of contact, but enough. Sakata, Laranzakis, Griffin, Athens moving the ball well. Machulis attacks from the wing. And it's a steal. Ahayan, he's doing some good stuff on D. Jacob Brown, crossover into the lane. Misses. Stoudemire says, enough's enough, I'm taking over. I'm going to finish it for you, and he does. Still active around the basket. 6-point game. Jerusalem hanging around, ticking down to 2 minutes. Laranzakis. Hunter, fade away. Good defense from Stoudemire. And Johnson and Butler is trying to really get him going. I'm not sure what he was saying. And Machulis and Butler getting tied up there. There's 4.4 seconds on the clock, the shot clock, and it's a timeout. This is the first time that these teams have met in 25 years. The last time they played, the last 2 times they played in 1992 and 93, Jerusalem were the winners. You have to go back to 1991 when Ike won by 8 points. All the wins were on their home floor, so it's 2-1 to Jerusalem. Can Ike Athens tie up the mini-series spanning 25 years? We're going to find out this evening as the noise ramps up here in the AEK Indoor Olympic Hall. And there's the free throw, 6 of 9 for Ike. 5 of 5 Jerusalem. Stoudemire will be absolutely crucial for this team at moments like this. They were starting to fall behind, they've just come back. They may have just got a bit lucky with a call there, so now they need to push on, and he can lead that. that push. He's up against Vince Hunter, who's playing really well. It's Athens inbounds. Hunter pulls up from the free throw line, it's good. And that's a perfect execution out of the timeout. And Hunter, who can make that free throw line shot, he's up to 8 points. Ball's loose. Hunter, look out in the open floor. Two-handed dunk, and he's missed it. Extraordinary misses we're seeing tonight. That's off the side of the backboard. It's getting crazy here in Athens. Griffin attacks. Blocked, big block. Sakota kicks out. Larenzakis for three is good. Restoring some order to this Basketball Champions League fixture. Larenzakis, number 12. Eliyahu with that push shot, quite extraordinary to look at. He hasn't made one yet, but he'll take it if he's open from around that three-point line. Eliyahu on defense against Sakota. Sakota dives to the corner. Giannopoulos to Griffin. Griffin pulls up just inside the two, it's good. And AEK are on another run. What a block by Johnson. Not in this house. Not tonight. Tamir Blatt. High screen, Stoudemire keeps going, doesn't use it. Nice drop-off pass. Eliyahu, push shot off the glass is good. Great play. Little hesitation from Blatt. And Eliyahu up to 2 points personal. Last few seconds of the half. There's a foul. Jerusalem have got a foul to give, so that's smart. High on, fouling Griffin. So 3.4 seconds remaining in the half. Did not want to foul him in the act of shooting. Machulis coming back in, number 8. Hunter out. He's now going to explain to his friends how he missed that dunk. 42-31. Machulis for three. Just off to the right. Time expires. And we're at the end of the first half here at the AEK Hall in Greece, Athens. At half-time, AEK lead 42-31. Here's some of the statistics. 48% from two, AEK. 12 assists for the Greek team. 5 steals for Jerusalem. Couple of blocks. And 7 for Jerusalem. 7 and 5 turnovers for AEK and Jerusalem. And here's some game leaders. Sakota 8 points, Brown 9. Hunter with 7 rebounds. Owens with 9 rebounds at half-time. Ahayan with a couple of steals, but that missed layup. And here's the top scorers. Sakota, Hunter and Larenzakis for AEK, Brown, Owens, Blatt for Jerusalem. So the defence of the Basketball Champions League by AEK Athens is underway. It's back at the venue where they won it in May. And at the moment, they lead Hapoel Jerusalem 42-31. And Coach Banky in his first outing, his first season with the club, and his first outing at the Basketball Champions League, will be satisfied with the output from his team. As we see some highlights from the first half, and there's been a couple high-flying dunks from putbacks from Owens and Hunter. Tamir Blatt sharing the basketball. And Sakota with a couple of really nice, highly technical three-point shots. But Giannopoulos there with the putback rebound. He's just going to be solid for AEK Athens. Jakovin, Brown and Owens have done well, of course, linking up for the second time in the Basketball Champions League after their time at Pina Karsiaka the Turkish outfit, and that was one of Sakota's 2 threes. And Amari Stoudemire doubts whether he would play. Coming back out of retirement, but he's suited up, he's here, he's got some minutes, and he's got some rebounds and some points on the stat sheet. So we'll leave you with the highlights, and don't go anywhere. We've got AEK Athens versus Hapoel Jerusalem coming up. Second half action. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the AEK Hall in Athens, Greece. It's Basketball Champions League, game day 1, Group C. And the hosts, the defending champions of the Basketball Champions League, who brought the trophy out onto the court pre-game, are leading, and that's one of their new players, Jonas Machulis, and he has brought a steadying influence to the team, veteran leadership. And Kavadas has had an active first half as well. So Coach Katash has work to do. They're 11 down at half-time. Couple of breakdowns defensively, couple of missed layups and close-in shots by Jerusalem, but Vince Hunter also missed a wide-open dunk. And there's Howard St. Roos, who's not appearing this evening and didn't play in the Greek A1 fixture at the weekend, but again, St. Roos, previous Nymburk in the Champions League, and an excellent defender, another option for AEK Athens. And there's David Blatt, Tamir's dad, legendary Israeli player, coach, and I'm sure enjoying watching his young son blossom in his basketball career. So we're just about to get underway in the second half. Crucial few minutes coming up, especially for Jerusalem. They can't let this lead balloon any further.
So we need also the 2 and the 3 men in touch with the ball, just in case they make some double teams. Okay? They have the first possession. Watch out if they have some special call or some quick hitter, especially if they're being coming off. Okay?
Good clear timeout by Coach Banky. And there's Josh Owens, 6 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. So he's 1 rebound, 4 points away from a double-double, and we're only at half-time. And there's Larentzakis. He's been excellent and very influential for AEK, and he's got good stats as well for just one half of basketball. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 1 turnover. So here we are, we're underway. Second half action, game day 1 of Group C. Hapoel Jerusalem in red, AEK Athens are in yellow, and Jerusalem get the first offense of the second half. And Jacobian Brown trying a one-handed, left-handed pass cross court. So Kota is in close attendance, as well as there's a push there. I think Griffin was right there as well. And it's Griffin's first foul. Good job by the cameraman there, picking that foul up. So sideline possession. Jacobian Brown inbounds. Josh Owens. James Felding. Jacobian Brown going one-on-one, penetrate, kick, release, Felding for 3. Just the start Hapoel Jerusalem required, and good sharing of the ball, good patience there by Jacobian Brown. Felding knocks the shot down. Hunter. Machulis getting inside, Felding with the steal, pulls up for 3. And Sakota trying to get the rebound, but great hustle by Johnson, and Hapoel Jerusalem have come out with real intent at both ends of the floor. Jacobian Brown, one-on-one, pulls up. It's long, great job by Hunter, defending the guard. Griffin, Sakota, all the way across to Machulis on the other wing. Larentzakis, Hunter turns in midair, gets it back, left-handed finishes. Great persistence by Vince Hunter, and he gets it to go with his left hand under close attendance from Josh Owens, amongst others. Great job by Larenzakis keeping it alive, and he's really happy as he lies on the ground. And Coach Banky got to be happy with the attitude and the togetherness of his team. And Hunter knocks down the three-point play and eradicates the memory of the missed open dunk. Brown, blocked by Sakota. Not in my house. Hunter, numbers. Machulis blocked the other way by Johnson. What action at both ends. Jacovan Brown. Johnson pulls up, left-handed jump shot is long. Inside position is good for 17 to Sean Butler. And Larenzakis, out-muscled and out of position, commits the foul. Just in the nick of time for Jerusalem as things were getting away slightly. And that's always going to be a foul. And Deshaun Butler makes a three-point play, cancelling out the one by Hunter. Eight-point advantage for AEK Athens. Machulis in the post. And the wraparound pass not quite coming off. And there's the block by Sakota, almost spun around as he made that block. But then there was a block the other way and a three-point play. Jacovan Brown. Butler, Brown. Owens, shot clock running down, but Brown has to let it go, and he does. Jacovan Brown. Knocks it down. He's up to 12 points, 2 of 3 from behind the arc. Larenzakis, Sakota, couple of dribbles, trying to get to his spot and turning over that right shoulder again. And it's a 5-point advantage for AEK. They just weren't sure what to do, and Jacovan Brown, with time running out on the shot clock, buries the three. And Johnson, outsized there by Sakota. That's his third foul. There's another steal. Jacovan Brown to Johnson. Nice pass. Great no look. And it's timeout AEK Athens. And they are fired up. The team in red, Hapoel Jerusalem, on a charge. Griffin with the sloppy inbounds. Great job from Jacovan Brown. There's a nice half look away pass. And left-handed from the right is okay when you're in the open floor. And AEK Athens, we're 11 up. They're now only 3 up. It's an 8-0 run for Jerusalem.
Hey. Next offense, no call. We got them down. Billy, after you scream for Dusan, play big. So when Dusan pop, maybe we can take a look and pass the ball inside. Okay? Come on.
Another positive timeout, but there's some frustration there from Coach Banky. They've let Hapoel Jerusalem come straight back into this after half-time, and he's saying, let's go down. Let's try and get it inside. And then Brown with 12 points, Owens 6 and Johnson 5, the 3 Americans for Jerusalem, leading the way offensively. Machulis to Griffin. Sakota with the screen. Larenzakis drives, throws it up, misses. Cavadas keeps it alive. Sakota blocked. And Jacovan Brown to Felding. So Sean Butler fouled off the glass is no good, but Larentzakis with a foul before the shot. Better ball movement. Larentzakis just losing his balance and reaching forward. And that's his third foul. They're going to have to get Larentzakis out, which they have, and Xanthopoulos is in. The man in the mask. So can AEK restore some order here on their home court? Cavadas. Cavadas going past Josh Owens. Playing Cavadas far too tight. He did not need to be playing him that tight, that far away from the basket, I would suggest. And he was already in foul trouble and he goes out. That's not smart play from a very important part of the Jerusalem team, and that's his fourth foul. And Josh Owens, who had 17 points at the weekend in the Israeli Super League, is in big foul trouble here. Ball's loose. Jerusalem playing much better on defense. Another steal. Seven steals for Hapoel Jerusalem. Eliyahu in the game. Inside, Johnson with the alley-oop. Nice move. They're just being creative. It's just the way they got to play, and with Eliyahu in, bringing some Israeli input. Is this going to be the right chemistry for Jerusalem? Machulis, Sakota, and another deflection, another steal. It wasn't really the angle for that pass, maybe the bounce pass would have got there. Nice hesitation. Jacobin Brown throws the defense. They stood still, and Jacobin Brown didn't. He's got all the way to the basket. Here's the turnover. If the bounce pass had come in, Jashawn Butler would not have had that steal. The ball would have been below his hands. And then Griffin stands up out of position on that hesitation. And another timeout for AEK. And Jerusalem take the lead, 46-45.
They're really low.
Free throw percentage, Jerusalem 100%, AEK 70%, and field goals 40 and 39%. And Jerusalem are really on a roll here. Made some really good defensive plays, active hands, 9 steals. And now the defending champions have to show the basketball world why they are the Basketball Champions League defending champs. There is a different roster, a different look about the team. But they've still got some of the main parts from last year. Giannopoulos, another steal. Just getting in the passing lanes, Jacobin Brown this time. High screen, kick, Johnson for three is foul, but Giannopoulos is just closing out, slightly out of control. Bit of panic in the AEK team here. And a lot of concern on that AEK Athens bench. Machulis and Larentzakis. Just Larentzakis, the only player in foul trouble for AEK, and Owens, the only player in foul trouble for Jerusalem. And Jacobin Brown takes a blow, well-earned rest. He's been really active, high energy, both ends of the floor. And Tamir Black comes it back in. So now you've got a real mix, a real blend of Israeli players and Stoudemire being the link, being the glue maybe for this team. Feldin and Johnson also. Johnson, the lefty, knocks down both shots. And Butler comes out. $18 points from turnovers. Jerusalem, that's good active hands and steals, and that's a push by Stoudemire. Just couldn't get round Cavadas, so he ended up going through him. There's a hand in the back, and that's a little bit clumsy from the 6-time NBA All-Star and Israeli League champion with Jerusalem a couple of seasons ago. Nice pass, Sakota off the front of the rim, taken away. Good intent and hustle by Hapoel Jerusalem, and they are 4 points up. Eliyahu, Blatt. Eliyahu, pass fake. Tamir Blatt uses the screens from Eliyahu, hands off to Feldin. Really nice play. Another assist for Blatt. 3 more points for Feldin, and it's a 7-point Jerusalem lead. What a turnaround in this quarter. 18-point turnaround in this quarter. Jerusalem 11 points down. Now they're 7 points up, if my maths is correct. Ratham Mays is long. Sakota is fouled, going for the offensive rebound. Just Jerusalem are playing with a lot of energy. Boxing out with Stoudemire. Johnson just wrapping his hand around the back. And there's the handoff and the 3 from Feldin. And there's a really nice chemistry about Hapoel Jerusalem now. And that's Johnson's full foul. So now Jerusalem have 2 players in foul trouble. And Stoudemire's also on 3 as well. So that could be crucial. With just under 4 minutes remaining in the third. That could be really crucial down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Sakota hits another free throw. Just having another steady and influential game. Tamir Blatt, 21 years old, and he's gone past, he's lost possession of the ball. He got past his defender, but the ball was not loose. Ratham Mays back in the game. That's Ratham Mays' 3rd foul. And Tamir Blatt. Misses the second, but great hustle to try and get his own rebound, but it comes off him last. So he's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 5 assists. 6 points for young Tamir Blatt. Mike have 7 rebounds this quarter, Jerusalem 5. Giannopoulos to Ratham Mays. He's going all the way past and through the Jerusalem defense. Stoudemire just couldn't stay with him. And good attack from Ratham Mays. Feldin backing down, turns over his shoulder. And Sakota with the rebound. Ratham Mays. Sakota will take that, and he will make that 3. Such a smooth player, and he's got such good size. Tough to guard, long distance from the basket. And it's a 1-point lead. Great riposte by the defending Basketball Champions League champions. Tamir Blatt pulls up over Sakota. Eliyahu starting to influence the game with the little things. Offensive rebound. Blatt inside, Eliyahu throws it up, but misses everything. One-point lead for Jerusalem. Inside, Cavadas, big strong move, up and under. Jump hook blocked by Eliyahu. Great defense, didn't take any of the fakes. Knew that Cavadas couldn't shoot over him. So he stayed tall and blocked the shot. Feldin, Stoudemire, Hands off Eliyahu. Oh, great pass. Blocked by Cavadas. Not in my house. Extraordinary amount of blocks in this game. Rafa Mays kicks Sakota. He's not going to be given any room by Butler, and Butler knocks it loose. There's Eliyahu, and in the end, that's an easy block for the Israeli veteran. That was a nice pass, but Cavadas was able to turn and recover. It's 4 blocks Jerusalem, 2 for AEK. And the singing and the noise rings out at the Oka Arena, the Olympic Indoor Hall. And AEK are in the midst of a really good comeback. Shot clock running down. It's good for 3. Rafa Mays with a big time 3. The 6'4" Canadian bailing Athens out. AEK Athens out with that shot. He's up to 11 points. Jacobin Brown back in the game. Just one and done there though. And Chabrevich is in for the first time for Jerusalem. Good sliding of the feet all the way out beyond the 3-point line. Hunter. So now they've got some real size. Chabrevich is out. Now there he is. He's just helped him with the rebounds. And he's running the middle of the floor. Got good position, but Samir Blatt steps back. And why not knock down the 3? Good decision. Chabrevich had position inside, but Samir Blatt was wide open with the 3. Good percentage this quarter from 3-point range. Both teams pull up jump shot, just short from Rafa Mays. Time running down at the end of the 3rd. Blatt, Eliyahu, Jacobin Brown. Jacobin Brown. Nice floating layup, explosive action from Jacobin Brown. Time running out. Giannopoulos pulls up, fade away, it's good! Right on the buzzer. Giannopoulos. Great action in the Basketball Champions League, right to the last second of the 3rd quarter. But have they not scored that? Have they not allowed that last shot? Had time expired? That is as close as you're going to get, but I'm not sure it had left his hand. But it was an amazing shot off one leg. But Giannopoulos, at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's AEK 55, Jerusalem 58. And here's the game statistics so far. 91% Jerusalem from the free throw line, 40% from 3. And winning that 3rd quarter, 27-13. Just much better play from Jerusalem, coming straight out after the half-time interval, just running the floor, getting players ahead of the ball, lots of active defence, and then just making plays where they'd missed a couple of laps in the second quarter. Close-in shots, they were making all they had to make. And they went from 11 down to 7 up. And now it's a 3-point lead for Jerusalem, all set up for an absolute thriller here. Game day one. First time these teams have met for 25 years in European competition. And we're all set for an exciting and exhilarating final quarter, or more if required. Nathan Mays steps through, out of control, and good defensive stance there by Hapoel Jerusalem. Trubrevic with the high screen, and back again, number 23 in red. It's all Brown, but why not? Jacobin Brown knocks down the step back three after the high screen from Trubrevic. Good start again for Jerusalem. Taking up where they left off at the start of the third quarter. 19 points Brown is up to. He just had 6 points in 24 minutes at the weekend. 6 assists in the Israeli Super League win. Vince Hunter going to work there. In fact, he just did that all off the dribble in the end. Jacobin Brown. Anthopoulos. Machulis. Giannopoulos just short. Gets it back. And Trubrevic stepping out again, but this time committing the foul on Xanthopoulos. Giannopoulos. Cross from Machulis. Three's up. Just short of the front rim. Giannopoulos. Inside, Eliyahu, Blatt. Blatt with the floater. And Hunter. His one-handed attempt to get the rebound and knocks it away. Trying to get it off the front of the rim. So Hapoel Jerusalem with the end line out of bounds. And Brown, ball's loose. Still loose. Great job from Brown. Picks it up off the floor and puts it in, and he's up to 21 points. And Mays again ending up on the floor. He's just out of control. Young player. He's just driving into defense that's already set. If he can just maybe pull up, or just make the pass before he gets there, there's all the help coming. Somebody is open. He just needs to start seeing that. He's just 24 years old, but he's been around the NBA. And he had a big game at the weekend, 22 points in the Greek A1 League, did Nathan Mays. Jacobin Brown is just slicing through that AEK Athens defence. Laranzakis, Griffin, extra pass. Machulis, fouls called. So Jerusalem up by 8. Brown has taken some contact there. Coach Katash must be a much happier man than he was going in at half-time. They're starting to play a much more coordinated way together, just finding the right chemistry and the right players on the floor. Machulis. Lanopoulos. Larentzakis and Deshaun Butler with the foul. And the noise, that's Butler's second foul, just the noise is quite extraordinary here in the arena. Just want to take this opportunity to let you know about the Basketball Champions League app, which is free, and give you all the details of all the Basketball Champions League games. Extra pass, Machulis, just long on the 3. Eliyahu with the rebound. That was a big moment. Thought Machulis was going to make that. And Shubrevich off the pass from Eliyahu, the two Israelis combining. And Jerusalem have a double-digit lead for the first time tonight. Hunter, strong drive, runs into the red shirt, I think it's Deshaun Butler. And Hunter is fouled. And he's at the line for 2 shots. And he's got a double-double as Hunter, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Great effort by Hunter. He was part of the team from last year and he signed a 1-year contract for this season, and he's done a good job tonight. But Athens are behind at home. Eliyahu, great pass, and Shubrevich with the slam. Eliyahu with the assist, and big Shubrevich throws it down. Alexei. Good defensive slide by Shubrevich, and really good hands up on Larentzakis. 7 foot, Alexei Shubrevich. It's 9-2 to Hapoel Jerusalem this quarter. Eliyahu, great pass, back cut from Feldine. And now Griffin. Larentzakis, good, much better transition defense by Hapoel Jerusalem there. All players back inside the 3-point line. Machulis, Vince Hunter, goes baseline, and he finishes on the other side. Really good rip through and goes left. And finishes with the reverse layup on the other side of the backboard. Tamir Blatt. And Eliyahu, this time, that running push, floating shot is good off the glass. Eliyahu up to 4 points personal. 10-point lead for Hapoel Jerusalem. Machulis. Lamphopoulos. Larentzakis in the corner is long. It's a good look. And now Deshaun Butler is running, and Jerusalem are doing to Ike what Ike did to them in the first half. Great look by Eliyahu. Veteran move, veteran attitude. Timeout, Ike Athens. And the crowd in the Jerusalem section are really happy as their team take a 12-point lead.
Stay positive. Work for the best shot possible. We cannot stack on the first reach. Let's move the ball. Set screen and then take go easy at the ring. As he did. Hey, listen. This offense is had to do, okay? Go through, don't stop it this way.
And there's the foul trouble for Jerusalem. Johnson Owens at 4, Butler and Stoudemire 3. But Coach Katash must be so pleased with his team. They've brought this back. They've put in the extra effort to get the steals and deflections, diving on loose balls to get the extra possessions. And AEK Athens, who were in the ascendancy at half-time, they look under pressure, and Coach Banky is feeling under pressure, and it's only game 1. They're at home. You've got to take care of your home floor. Larentzakis, Hunter, Xanthopoulos. Griffin. They need the big players to come up big. That's a tough pass. Hunter had 3 players surrounding him, and that's a foul by Griffin. I think that's a late call. Tamir Blatt in full flow in the full court. And a reach by Griffin, and another reach there. And the crowd feeling the tension. Jerusalem up by 12. 14 turnovers from AEK, only 5 by Jerusalem. That is excellent effort. And Owens back in, and he's under pressure. Good half-court trap and good active hands. That's how AEK are going to have to play. 11 steals by Jerusalem. And just while we have this break in play, it's a timeout. Let me tell you about the Basketball Champions League app. It's got all the information, all the interviews, videos, press conferences, and all the scores of all the teams. Tells you the story of the Basketball Champions League. And there is a story unfolding here. AEK Athens, the defending champions, are in big trouble on their home floor, as Hapoel Jerusalem, led by Jacobin Brown, with 21 points, are on the verge of a big first victory in their first foray into the Basketball Champions League.
No. We go.
15, AEK only 39% from 2. So can AEK Athens pull off a massive comeback? Tamir Blatt, Jacobin Brown, back to Blatt, bounce pass, Iliahu with the push shot just off the back of the rim. Vince Hunter, ball is static, it's not moving, back out, Machulis, Griffin. They've got to get some player movement. Shot clock running down. Griffin's going to have to let it go, and he makes the 3. Big shot. And look out. Josh Owens right at the front of the rim. And another steal. Machulis gets it back though. Great job. Larentzakis penetrates, kick. Griffin almost the same spot. Same result. So 2 back-to-back threes from Griffin. And Owens is going again. He gets it stolen. It's all action here. Josh Owens. You can't take your eye off him. the front of the rim. Alley-oop from Tamir Blatt over Vince Hunter. And then Griffin reacts with the three-pointer. Reverse layup to Sean Butler. Ratham Mays, Sakota into Hunter. And he's fouled before he can turn and throw the ball down. 10-point lead, 2:47 remaining. Hapoel Jerusalem in charge at the moment. But we've seen big lead swings. Hapoel Jerusalem are 11 down at half-time. They've come back to now lead by 10. Hunter misses the free throw. Points and 10 rebounds for Hunter. They need this one, and he knocks it down. Nothing but net. And Cavadas in and Hunter out. 9-point game. Now we have full court pressure into Blatt. Ratham Mays trying to keep him in his half of the court to Sean Butler, and Hapoel Jerusalem deal with that. And again, Josh Owens just glides towards the basket, takes off and throws it down. And the assist, Jacobin Brown. The dynamic duo back at it again. Griffin going one-on-one. Owens with a double-double. And the steal by Sean Butler, and it's going wrong for AEK Athens here. They just can't get a foothold in this second half. Jacobin Butler all the way. Shots up from the corner is short. Butler just didn't seem to be able to get his feet set there. Ratham Mays. Cavadas with the high screen. It's all Cavadas. They need to share the ball, get the ball into Sakota for three, or where he can actually finish here. He's off, and rebound to Sean Butler, and the work, the increase in the workload and the effort by Hapoel Jerusalem is really noticeable in the second half, and that's why they lead by 11. Shots up, it's short, but Owens gets one hand on the rebound but loses it. Griffin. Ratham Mays attacks the basket, is fouled by Sean Butler. Look at Owens again, he just skies effortlessly and throws it down. But the dunk on Vince Hunter, potentially the play of the week. And we said, it was said in pre-game that it'd be tough for Banky coming in, trying to fill big suit, big shoes, and Ratham Mays knocks down another three. This game's not over. And it's timeout. 7-point deficit for AEK Athens, plenty of time. And Ratham Mays is red hot from behind the arc.
Offense with 14 or defense with 24. We are cross 51. We have 3 fouls to give. Man-to-man pressure, okay? And 3 fouls to give. So try to have a trap and rotate. Rotate. Okay, guys? And then we use fouls on the second half court. Okay, guys? Come on. Come on.
Banky just telling these guys they've got to step up on D now. They need the ball early. Well, here's some rebounding information. 45 for AEK, 36 for Jerusalem, 14 offensive for AEK. Jerusalem only 10, but it's been the timing of Jerusalem's pushes in this game and the steals and the big plays. And Tamir Blatt at such a young age being a big part of this winning situation, or potential winning situation. 9.7 assists. Full court pressure. And they break that, get into their front court. Jacob and Brown. Under a minute remaining, 7-point game. High screen from Owens. He drops to the basket. He's got inside position on Xanthopoulos. Shots up, missed. And Rathan Mays is going to push. He's hot from three. If he gets open, I think he's going to pull up, which he does. But he's off the side of the rim. Maybe that was too quick. And a foul on Vince Hunter. He had to make that foul on Feldine to stop the clock. Sideline possession. AEK not in foul trouble. Jerusalem are. They've got no more fouls to give. Inbound to Feldine, and Griffin fouls. They will do this as quick as they can. They will try to get that immediate steal. If not, it's going to be a quick foul. And Machulis and Sampouris, who hasn't got on tonight, looking dejected in their first outing in the Basketball Champions League. So one more foul for AEK. And Jerusalem will be at the line. That's Rathan Mays' fourth foul. And it's an offensive foul. That's massive. And with 21.6 seconds left, 7-point game, and AEK Athens have the ball. Great job by Sakota. I feel the ball needs to be in his hands, or he needs to touch the ball and make decisions for this team. Rathan Mays has been hot from the three, but maybe use him as a decoy. Giannopoulos is in, and Xanthopoulos is in. Plenty of experience. Rathan Mays, is he just going to go straight for the basket? Yes, he is, and he scores. Exactly what AEK wanted. Was he fouled? There's a little hand on the hip, and that is a foul. That looks like a foul to me, as Rathan Mays is falling off balance, out of bounds. But it's timeout here at the Oka Arena, the Olympic Indoor Hall. And this game is still very well balanced, folks. Don't go anywhere.
James, you take it. You want to get it? He's across 55. The defense is to steal the ball or to make an early trap, okay? If they overcome the first trap, we foul immediately, okay? Ready, you got the 5-man. Ready? Let's go, guys.
Really clear instructions. If they don't get that, if they don't get the ball out of the trap, they have to foul straight away. And then Jerusalem will be at the free throw line. So Sakota, Giannopoulos, and Xanthopoulos. Three experienced Greek internationals on the floor with Griffin. And Larentzakis, so Jacob and Brown, and they get the steal. Giannopoulos, Sakota, he can shoot from open, and a foul, and it's good for two, and the bonus. Sakota with a really smart play. He was in position where he can score, but a little no-look pass. Great concentration from Larentzakis, the foul from Feldin. And look out, folks, we've got a comeback again from AEK Athens. It's a 3-point game. Potentially will be 2 after this free throw. What an opening game day one we've had yesterday with amazing games, double overtime games. And now we have this game right before us. Substitution. Hunter in. For defense, I guess Sakota will be hanging around. He won't go too far away from that subs bench. And they fail Feldin, and they are going to be making Jerusalem make free throws from the line. Now, only this last weekend, James Feldin made 7 of 7 from the free throw line. So statistically, not the best guy to foul, but they only have a second to make that decision, and that's why Feldin took the inbounds. Can he continue his 100% streak? He knocks that down with no trouble. And this one is huge, because this will make it a 2-possession game. And a lot more animated, that AEK bench. Still going to be a massive ask for them to come back. But he misses the second, and now time runs down. Larentzakis, Rathan Mays, he's fouled. And it's on the floor, but he'll get 2 shots. He's being told, so there's going to be the difference between 2 shots and 3 shots. And Rathan Mays misses the free throw. I'm not sure. He was trying to miss that second one, but he's missed everything. He's missed both. He was trying to miss that on purpose for a AEK Athens player to get the offensive rebound and then try and get a 3-point play, but now he's missed everything. And Jacovian Brown directing operations. It's a foul. It's immediately on the inbounds. And so much going on here in a short space of time at the Oka Arena. Just needs one more free throw by Hapoel Jerusalem. There's Timur Bar and Bar Timur and Yogafai on watching on, and Deshaun Butler is at the free throw line. Knocks down that free throw, and that's massive. Now it's a 2-possession game with very little time remaining, and Stoudemire, he's played a few minutes tonight. It's good to see him back in uniform. And missed again. Ball's loose. They won't foul. It's a long heave and just misses. And AEK Athens have gone down at home to Hapoel Jerusalem in the first game of their Basketball Champions League defence. Final score, AEK 75, Jerusalem 79. And it was a great spectacle of a game, as we knew it would be, with these 2 powerhouses of international basketball. But Hapoel Jerusalem on the road, their first time in the Basketball Champions League, and they come out winners by 4. And here's some of the stats. 21 assists to 19 for Hapoel Jerusalem. 15 turnovers for AEK, only 7 for Jerusalem. That's an excellent effort. And the game leaders, Rathan Mays 17 points, and Brown 21 for Jerusalem. Owens 10 rebounds and some highlight dunks, but we knew he was capable of that. Griffin and Brown 3 turnovers, but they handled the ball a lot. And there's the top scorers. Ratham Mays 17, Hunter 16, Sakota 13 for Ike, and Jacovan Brown leading the way for Hapoel Jerusalem, who steal a win here on the road in game day 1. And how much will that hurt Ike Athens' chance of getting a good seed in the top 4 of this group to go forward into the knockout stages? So a really good first game here. Victory for Hapoel Jerusalem to go with their win at the weekend in the Israeli Super League. And for AEK Athens, they lose by 3 in the Greek A1 at the weekend. They now lose by 4 here tonight. And here's some highlights from the game. Vince Hunter, who had a good game. Double-double for Vince. 16 and 11, 16 points, 11 rebounds. And AEK Athens really took control in the first half, but in the second half, which we're watching now, Jerusalem came out really hot in the second half and turned an 11-point deficit into an 7-point lead pretty quick. And a couple of highlight dunks, which we're going to see right before our eyes very shortly. Handoff by Tamir Blatt. He's so calm and invariably makes the right decision at such a young age. And Mays was good offensively. Sakota would have liked to see the ball more in his hands for him to make more decisions. Big block by Kavadas. And then Eliyahu repaying the compliment. Jabravich, the Russian-born Israeli, on defense there, but Ratham Mays knocks that down. And Brown to Blatt, steps in, steps back, knocks it down for 3. And then we've got to see, looking forward to seeing this dunk again by Josh Owens. Jacovan Brown really took over offensively, scoring and assisting, and getting offensive rebounds off the floor, getting his hands dirty. And Eliyahu had a real steadying influence. Eliyahu to Jabravich, they came on and made a big difference. And Jabravich gets another 2 from above the rim. Hunter going left and wrap around past Jabravich, a little bit too much speed. And then watch this, over the top of Vince Hunter. Maybe didn't see Owens coming, but the crowd did, and we loved it. And then another one completely on the blind side, this time Owens finishes with aplomb at the hoop. And that was massive. Larentzakis, a glimmer of hope for AEK Athens, but he couldn't make the free throw. And that's how it finished. 75 AEK, 79 Hapoel Jerusalem. Hope you've enjoyed the action, and it's good night from Athens, Greece.